Welcome back to the StarLadder ImbaTV Chongqing Invitational 2018. We are here on our final day, obviously our grand finale.
Yeah.
But before we get into what is going to be the real beefy best of three, we have to conclude our third and fourth place decider between MVP and A-Go.
Exactly. A-Go, the big favorites for this one, also showing up on their own map choice, taking over pass very easily, one might say. Apart from the pistol round, the eco round wins. Didn't really look much like MVP. PK had a chance in that one. But luckily, we have a second map to go. We still have Inferno. This is the map choice of MVP. Hopefully, they can make a bigger stand because it didn't look too impressive when we saw what they did on
It was quite
Overpass.
shaky overall, I think.
Yeah. So hopefully, they can come back and show us some good stuff on Inferno.
Yeah, definitely hoping just to see a little bit more sort of together play as well from both teams, really. A lot more kind of just overall structure because it was very, very loose.
Very loose indeed. And in general, just also some of the players on MVP just not looking really up to the challenge, not really looking awake, to be honest.
Yeah, just not looking switched on, right? I
Yeah,
mean, that's always the hard thing about these
yeah,
games.
for example, like Glow had some really tough situations where he positioned himself correctly, had the shot lined up, had smokes and flashes also lined up, and then he just missed like an obvious shot, and you're just looking at like, that doesn't happen normally. Glow, you're normally a player who's on point every single shot, but it didn't happen this time. We're gonna have the pleasure of seeing the knife round here, Ryan. Do you not just love knife rounds?
Yep. Have you ever casted a knife round before?
Yes.
Go on, give it to me best. I want to see your best knife round cast.
Oh god. I don't the only fun knife round cast is the Rap God knife round cast, but I feel like Sadocus kind of owns that now.
He does, yeah.
There's no real reason to go for it.
Competing in that space is tough.
Alright. Let's see. We can see if we can find some nice rhymes. See if we can get it going. Alright, we do have the knife round starting up. It's going to be so low, and he's, well, so low. Goes down to 54 or 545 HP, and that's going to be the end of the knife round. That was very quick. I couldn't even think of anything. I had like
just,
2 seconds, and I was like, done, okay, fair enough. That's going to be all. Luckily, that's exactly how a knife round should be, Ryan. Quick and easy.
Quick and easy. Obviously, looking back to our first map, we can really see that Furler was a driving force, along with Snatchy as well for A-Go.
Yeah.
Obviously, 26 to 13 and 24 to 14, respectively. With Furler hitting that 126 ADR, pretty damn sweet.
126.
Just below actually a 2 rating. That is, not bad.
Yeah, Furler is really one of those players. Like he's so consistent. He's so stable for this team. And one of the players who have been in and around the Polish scene for a long time. And A-Go is his shot at really showing what he can do on a higher level team. Lining up towards Banana. All these terrorists. That smoke looks out of place, but look at that from Solo. 1 bullet.
What a nice opener. Flash as well, being dropped down in towards Pool at that point, just trying to slow down the advances. Off we go. Do love me some Steam profile of Glow.
Obviously.
Feel free to drop him a friend request.
Yeah.
You never know. Might accept.
Just checking if you had any VAC bans. Obviously VAC ban free, but just want to make
judging
sure.
by shots in the last game, definitely.
Just admin going the extra mile of checking everything. As we do have Grubby picking up the last 3.
See, like, you got to be painful. That's got to hurt if you're solo.
Yeah.
Right? Because you got such a nice opener.
Get the smoke down, rotations on point, and you still lose the round. Once again, I feel like this is a pretty good bet for A-Go. Like, or was it last time around? It was like 150 or something.
Yeah.
And now it's 166 because it's the map choice of MVP. But I feel like A-Go are just individually so much more on point than MVP right now. So
yeah, very alert.
even though it's only 160, and yes, it's not a big return, I feel like it's much like the money's much more safe than going for the 211 or whatever it was for MVP PK.
He's just looking for that mid chance. Nice little flash as well, but unfortunately not going to be able to follow up with anything.
Sitting back for now as A-Go are taking mid control boost. Really nice boost, but doesn't really amount to much. And Grubby throughout the smoke just takes that one down, and should be the end of it. Solo tries to get one in, and he will, but only sees that's remaining. Snatchy doubles up. And Grubby versus ACSK, but will be Furlan in the back of that. AK picked up once more. 2 AKs brought into the next round. Bunch of utility. Mac 10 stays on. Surely 2 more Mac 10s will be purchased here.
Almost using the molly there towards long as a kind of sonar just to track where that player is.
I love that play. As we do see, of course, the eco coming out. As one would expect, 3 MAC-10s, 2 AK-47s, almost full utility on the T side. Nothing being purchased whatsoever on the CT side. All USPSs.
Nice little nade as well.
Big damage being taken. And they're just gunning them down right now. Seth and CT will die.
Pretty much.
There's just no chance. And
only way to put it.
yeah, this was a very easy round. 2 frags for Snatchy, Furlan, and then 1 frag for Twao. All 5 frags on the SMGs. Exactly what you want, because right now you see the money like 7k, 6.5k, 5.9k. It's perfect. And they even have this bonus round. They're staying with the weapons for this bonus round. So if Ago takes this as well, I have a very hard time seeing MVP getting any sort of traction here, at least in the early parts of this first half.
Couple of nice mollies. Gonna run through, but nothing crazy just yet. Just utility really being used by Ago. Interesting about the team name is so many people go for Ago or Agio. It's,
yeah, I love when you call it Igo, kind of like the Toyota car. I could be wrong. Like it could be Igo. I wouldn't know. I just say
4,600 APR.
Yeah. I'm just going for the safe one. Like 3 letters. Just gonna spell them out individually. AGO.
Have you seen the Igo advert?
I haven't actually.
Pretty funny.
Okay. I think we also have different adverts in different countries. So
that's true. That's true.
There might be one in Denmark, but it's probably boring because cars in Denmark are boring because they're like crazy expensive. One more thing we have incredibly high taxes on.
Obviously, Furlan being nuked out of pit there means that it is going to be around for MVP, and a welcome start into this game as hopefully they can use this as a foothold to deliver some quality CS for us.
Yeah. This is the problem, though. Here comes the real buy. Like, this is where Ago really...
That's kind of why I feel like for me at least, I treat that round with a lot of, not disdain, but, you know, I take it with a pinch of salt.
They should win against 3 MAC-10s.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. Doesn't even matter if they have a bad game, they should still be able to win that duel. So this is where the real test comes. If MVP can take this one, then there's a real possibility of them actually doing some damage on this CT side. Which is still, I feel like, where you'll win 8 to 9 to 10 of your rounds on Inferno, still on the CT side. Even though T side has been getting a lot stronger lately. Trade 1-for-1, look kind of funny mid-air. Molotov goes down. Mid-control has been re-established for the CT side. Trying to make it down into Boiler, but deciding against it in the end.
Solo, look at his position.
No one's holding Banana. No one's holding this. How what?
Oh, Solo, how do you not hit that?
Oh, that's a whiff and a half.
What a Picasso. I mean, beautiful painting.
Just around his body. Very nice. Bullet holes in the wall.
Almost looks right back at you. The eyes following you.
It's going to be 3v4. Seth on 38 HP.
That statement is never more true either, bear in mind, because the embarrassment is just going to be hanging over his head.
The big problem now is that Seth only has 1 smoke, and that's the only smoke they have on the CT side. There's still 40 seconds to go. 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs, flashbang and nade on Ago's side, so big utility advantage, but they have to decide where to go right now. Ago, what's the plan here? They are going to rotate and go Banana, but it's not going to be with much time left. And the rotation comes in as well. This is actually doable because that's where the only smoke on the CT side is on Banana, so they have to run through the smoke right now.
Everything has to be absolutely flawless. They come charging on through. Zeph finds one. Snatchy with a quick trade, cuts on back. Low begins to letter it, but it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, and the brawl favours Ago as it is then formed 2v1, and from there it's just Zion left in a bit of a dire situation. No utility for this retake, just a defuse on his back and an AK in his palms. Already looking for that quick duel from CT. Piercing towards the back of the site, but no information also on where either of these players stand, spotting just the arm of Groovy. And this is not looking good.
Yeah, this is the crossfire. There's no way he's going to win this. PHR just punches out and takes it out. One thing to note as well, like, if your MVP You're 2 players against 3 players on banana. You got the smoke down. They have to run through it. That's kind of like a situation you have to win in that situation. Like, you have to win that.
For you.
Yeah. It could have been so much worse, and still they didn't get the round. Like, this is just...
That is, you hate to see it like, you're standing towards the top of mid, you start to let rip at someone, and they just turn around and 180 tap you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, good talk.
So now, just pistols coming in for MVP and full buy once more from Ago. Or AGO, if you will. Garabi. Nice opening. Secondary one should be checked as well. We'll get 2 for 1. Rotate back. Now his job is done for this round. There's no reason for him to peek anymore. Solo, once again, the 1 bullets from Solo, even though his team is not really performing up to par, is on point.
Just the CZ and the USP, all that remain. Satchi just executing Zyme. We do at least see Zeph take control of the bomb. Ooh.
Grubby doesn't care though.
Yeah.
Gets that 4K. Nice and easy.
It's a nice little shot actually, just to flick the 100 like that. But yeah, nonetheless. The little things.
And Grubby will be on 4 kills for that round and 10 kills in general. Very nice from him. 10 kills, 3 assists, 2 deaths. That's going to be a 5-1 scoreline. And another set of pistols coming out for MVP. A couple of flashes on Seth, but that's all. Going to come out here at Furlan. A bit flashy, he's just spraying away Solo. No backup on Banana though. That's kind of strange. You would expect Furlan to have backup in that situation.
She get a 2nd kill. I mean,
yeah, this is a good start to a very, very hard round.
Yeah, using the molly once again to continue their push on up. PHR just going to clear it close and take that map control for then getting prepared to jewel the back of the site.
I feel at this point you have to either just commit to B or do the fake and then rotate back and play A.
I think they commit to this. They just need to be careful. They're trying to kind of clear out the angles one by one. Obviously take the jewels towards Coffin, that sort of area, and then from there
it's going to allow the rotation.
The biggest worry, though, is going to be just this double peek from Zeph and Solo. I mean, that is going to be a painful thing for them to tackle. They have to land that first shot, otherwise that setup from MVP actually can wreak havoc.
Snatch's flashbang here has to be on point, because if his flashbang doesn't land exactly on this double peek, or maybe just in the middle of the whole thing, that's going to be a deadly challenge.
So there's not even a flash yet.
There we go, that's the flash.
First one comes in. Only good for 1. That's actually pretty good for a go so far. Still have to be so hesitant the fact that Glow is nice and close. It looks like they are just going to molly it away. Glow making the position the only way, trying to spray through the glass. Snatchy just going to rush for the plant. At this point, the round should be pretty much lock and key here. I don't imagine MVP should be able to get any closer.
If they get the frag here onto Snatchy, they might have a chance. Oh, he fires away, gives away his position. 1 player on Banana. Watching for that Rhino Snatchy, but that's the bait. He won't take it though.
Nice, Snatchy spinning back around, getting all 3 kills, collecting on the debt of MVP as they continue to grow their scoreline.
Looks one-sided, but now we need to see another bar round from MVP to see if they can do something on the CT side, or else.
So far, this is just, for me, again, reminiscent of map number 1, though. Map number 1, sure, had a closer scoreline, but like I kind of make the point very early on, that scoreline might have been a little closer, but it still felt very one-sided overall.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is that, yes, they are getting frags, and yes, they might have the chance to win some one-off rounds. They're just not converting their buys. They're not converting the rounds that really matter. That's a nice opening. Through the wall. PHR goes down to 58, but still. Double up setup. We see this, a lot of teams begin to throw in the double up setup when they're kind of getting desperate, when nothing's really working. They throw the double up setup in to see if it can work for them. As they are skimping out on utilities. If this doesn't work, we'll be in round number 9 with MVP only 1 round on the board and them not really having any idea of how to kind of break this T side of Ego. Molotov countered by the smoke. There's only 1 smoke and 1 Molotov left on the T side, or CT side again. Like that, I mentioned this before, and it's such a big, important thing. You see the best teams in the world, when they're playing CT side, are so good at like staying on their utility and having it ready for when the T side executes to kind of counter what they're doing. That's not what's happening right now for MVP.
Creeping off this long corner. Glow potentially getting considered facing into
Oh,
that. It's a
great
good flash,
flash.
actually, but they can't do anything with it. That smoke on Zeph means that what the double peek that they originally would go for can't come through. Glow can hold the corner at least, begins to work away. 3 kills brought in by the barrel of that M4, leaving just Snatchy now.
And who cares about utilities when Glow can win 3 individual duels like that?
What's nice is that it realizes that he can't make the expected dual work in terms of actually peeking off long corner, so instead makes an angle out of his own back, just falling back and kind of holding that little, because I don't know how to describe it, but we all saw it, right?
Yeah.
So slight readjustment.
And also he has the teammate who's in library, so he can do some like backup damage. And the second like he swings back, the guys in library, they peek forward. And then there'll be like different points of focus for the terrorists. They can't just focus on one duel, they have to focus on several duels at the same time. And Glow will be allowed to pick it up. So very nice play. Finally we see some life science from MVP. Going to be able to hopefully string 2 or more rounds together now, as that has been the problem so far. Like the system has been 3 rounds for AGO, 1 round for MVP. 3 rounds for NGO, 1 round for MVP. If they can't string this one together as well, it's looking rough for them. Money has never been an issue for AGO so far.
Solo, nice and patient, looking down Banana right now, waiting to see if he can be given an opening opportunity with the AWP. Since the bottom Banana smoke does fade, this is when he starts to get that chance. Flash though, nice and good. Allows them to push on up. Nade is going to go out though.
That's dangerous.
Ooh, being spotted. Has to fall back, and so he will.
Yeah. Nice movement from Solo, making sure that he comes out alive. We'll do a bit of damage with the grenade. All the terrorists now on Banana. Rotation has come in. But Zeph is still CT, so they can just smoke him off. He's not going to be able to get on the boost position alone. Smoke lands for CT. Flash goes for CT here. It's going to be very hard, but secondary rotation comes in. Zeph, what can he do here? Flash comes in. Shut down by PHR. They're so good at punishing through that smoke. Glow trying to come in from behind as well.
This is just looking...
Yeah. When they have control of this initial like bathtub position towards the side, there's just no way for MVP PK to come back and towards the side.
Sign at least getting 2 there before he did full, but unfortunately just keeping so deep in CT with an AWP means that the impact is definitely going to be hard to find.
He's going to try to go for it anyways, because if he can find that first one, 1v1 with an AWP, it's just one more shot you have to hit. And then
the unfortunate thing is, though, that neither of them will face him. They'll give him no opportunity to find that 1v1.
Kit. Oh, there's a kit just in front of him.
He can find the kit, that's not an issue, but yeah. The minute he makes it known he's pushing, it's just easy. It's an easy kill.
You just got to set up for either what they did there or then like a crossfire situation, and there's just no way you're going to have to, like, no way you're going to lose that round. That's why he in that situation, he needs an opening. He needs to find that free opening. Like, as long as he doesn't find that, there's no way he's going to win the round. And AGO, they're just too disciplined to just give him that. They just hold back, sit tight, and wait. That's what you got to do sometimes in Counter-Strike. Sometimes you got to put a lot of pace on it, really surprise your opponent. Other times you just got to sit back and wait.
CZ slips out. Sign at least able to sneak in for the 1 kill, but a lot more to be done yet. For MVP, obviously 7-2, really running the risk now of the scoreline, just running away from them.
Yeah.
Along with the $5,000.
Already now, this is a decent T side. Like, AGO could lose every single round from now on, and it would still be, like, fine. Everything on top of 8 rounds, I feel like is a bonus. If you're going to get 8 rounds on the T side, you're probably going to be able to win it on CT. And they're 1 round away from that right now.
Oh, they're taking so much damage to that molly as well. Almost getting stuck.
Yeah.
Started stepping.
Execute coming in. Smoke goes down towards Coffins. Molotov to the back of the bomb site. Zeph completely outplayed by the flames. Sign and Glow both remaining.
Yeah, there you go. Leaves just signed now. What can you do? The obvious answer is really not much, but there's got to be some faith in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, well, he can save the AK-47. He can bring that into the next round. That's still a decent thing to take into the next one. The problem is now if Furlan executes it, then there's not really a lot like the money on the CT side, yes, they're going to be able to buy now, but this is going to be their last buy before they're eventually going to get full eco. They're going to go for the double up as well. That means once more they're going to miss utility. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but as a CT team, you have to be able to not only manage your utility, but also have utility for each round so that when there's, let's say, 35, 40 seconds remaining, you still have 2 Molotov, you still have 2 smokes, and maybe a flashbang left. And that's what we see, for example, when FaZe played against Cloud9 in that major final we had just last time. FaZe was so good at conserving, Cloud9 were as well, so good at conserving their utility for that last push and being 100% ready. HSK with a nice opening. But already now we see 2 players without utility, Glow only with 1 Molotov, smoke being thrown out. There's only 1 smoke left with 120 remaining. That's just not enough. And on the T side we have 3 smokes, 2 Molotovs.
One minute remains. MVP trying desperately to hold on. Glow with at least an early on pick. Has to play the corner here perfectly. Just standing proud in the dead center. This is pathway to the site. Grubby already beginning to trade back. Glow, you have to be able to get this kill. 2 HP.
21 on him, so close to all the utility that can hold back a T side is now gone. But the firepower is still there. So, yeah, forget what I said about utility. All you need is firepower, apparently.
Yeah, if you can win the duels there, you can definitely obviously.
Yeah. Obviously irony, because they're not going to be able to do that every single time. That's CS for you, because all of these players are on such a high level individually that they can hit shots that can win rounds. Like this, like what we saw in the arch there, what we saw from Sign this round as well. The problem is you can't bank on hitting shots every single time. You can't do that over 30 rounds.
Well, I mean, the prime example of that is FaZe. You don't get a better example than FaZe.
Yeah, but neither of these teams are FaZe.
Yeah, but you can use that as obviously a scaled comparison. You're at a tier 1 level. FaZe are a team that was thrown together based on raw firepower, and you don't see them winning everything hands down.
No, it's no, yeah,
you could see them competing.
I totally agree. Yeah. I just needed to understand your point. But yeah, that's a perfect example actually. Yeah. Even though they have so much firepower, they are still on point with their utility.
And it's not only utility but strategy as a whole.
Exactly.
You know, CS:GO, you could be some of the greatest players in the world because that is that FaZe lineup, some of the most talented names in CS:GO. But you still can't win games with just aim alone. There needs to be a bit of a tactical backbone.
And that's also where we see FaZe actually fall apart when they do, which is very rare. Let's see, Solo picks up that one up. That's in situations like overtimes in grand finals, where they run out of strategies, where they run out of like things to throw at the opposition, and they come just down to the firepower. And the opposition, yes, might not be as strong as Olofmeister, Nico, and Rain, but they still have strategies to go. And that's where FaZe can be caught out. So even the best teams in the world needs that management of utility, needs that strategy. Solo's on point.
Just slamming it home.
Slamming.
So it's nice to see at least them waking up now. Obviously 4 rounds remain and they can, try and move that to 5 as well.
Could be 11-4. Could be 7-8. Both, of course, would still be a victory for Ego, but compared to how well the first part of the first half has gone for Ego and how bad MVP have looked, if they get to 7 rounds now, that'll be a small victory for them, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a nice way to kind of give them a bit of a booster.
This one should be no problem for the Koreans, and they will take it with no lives lost. Very nice for the economy. Need to build that. As we do have round number 14. At this point, I would actually like for Sign to upgrade, because with this late into the first half, you know your opponents have a full buy. I would probably go, and you need these runs desperately. I would probably go for the M4 here, even though, yes, I know it's not smart economically, but just to make sure. HSK might even drop it for him, but nope, he's going to stay on it. Hopefully that's not going to be the deciding factor of this round. Oh, those are so crispy.
They just do not care. We're going to continue pushing. Nice opportunity to at least get going on their CT side. Obviously, crossing to the site. But actually get to the back side, which is surprising to say the least. Zev obviously looking to try and find those shots, but that like slightly off-center smoke has worked out so well.
It's perfect for the C side. Get that bomb down. 4v4.
That's a
Retaking with 2 orbs.
Well. Oh, Groovy taking down Zeph. It doesn't get better than that. Now you've got Solo playing off the corner shore. The flashes really delay the impact he can have. Oh, Groovy, you should never be able to win that duel.
This was a... It came down to a 2-orb MP9 retake. That's never going to happen.
I just... the biggest interesting thing for me about that round is just the off-center smoke.
Yeah. That pretty much saved from the CT boost as well, so...
Yeah, you don't expect to see something like that be so impactful, but... No. Yeah,
and also because you saw both of the CTs thinking that they were going to go for the bathtub position. So they did the double molotov towards bathtub. That had no effect because the smoke actually allowed them to enter the bomb side from the angle that you normally get wall banged on, or not wall banged, like smoke banged on, because you can just expect people to go that way. But the smoke just covered them completely. Furlan just...
I wonder where that first pick came from. And yeah, through a smoke is really unfortunate.
Looking good so far. Our AGO, as they reached round number 9.
Yeah, definitely feel like they want that 10-5 here. Going from that, you then win the pistol. Obviously, you can start to really work on just hammering this one home.
Luckily for MVP, still got a lot of money for this one. So they're going to be able to buy up full utility and everything.
Oh, nice nade again on Furlan. 46 HP from one frag grenade alone.
Boost will be countered immediately. PHR was so ready for that.
Yeah,
saw it coming
really
a mile away.
aware of it. You know, that's something they like to do. And throwing the follow-up molly as well, just to make sure that Zeph is left in a bit of a awkward predicament.
Oh, he's going to take the close range angle. Yeah, now no push coming in from Furlan. Usually when you see the op going off like that on your teammate behind, go for the push. And he'll be pushed back though. Rotate coming in from the CT side. Watching for the boost. Saving that smoke. Seth knows that that smoke is all there is on this banana. He has to put it down soon though. The second something comes in, either the Molotov from Glow has to come down or the smoke from Seth.
Yeah, really
And that is now.
Or the other.
It's the smoke.
Flash leaves them all blind. Push comes in. Glow able to at least chime in for one, but it is going to be the quick cutback trade. The AK just flicks up and down, clearing out the various angles on the site. The smoke's making life a little difficult here. Zeph trying to go for the wall bang, but it's HSK to actually deny the plant. The Molotov just ticking at that final moment. 18 seconds now remaining. PHR going again for the plant. Wang still not connecting. But they're losing so many players here.
Snatchy. And PHR against one player. Make that just Snatchy. And HK will win it. 3K for him.
Yeah, playing off the corner, going for the tap, and saw the nice little kind of repeat action as well.
Not bad. Not bad at all. PHR and HSK both going for a triple kill that round. Funnily enough, the two players with 3 letters in their name gets a 3K. Very nice. As we do see the end of the first half here in Inferno. 9-6 is going to be the scoreline. I have to say, I won't say a nice comeback, but kind of nice semi-save from MVP. It could have been much worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. You know, the fact they have 6 rounds to work with now is, as you know, it's kind of incredible.
Yeah, the fact that Trow is only on 3 frags is very surprising to me. He's usually one of these players that I feel like has a very consistent level of CS.
Yeah, I mean, he was quiet also in the first map as well, though. Obviously, he was the 12 kills, 12 to 14, so...
Maybe he's not completely woken up yet.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when you've got people like Furlan, Groovy, Snatchy, PHR all popping off, like, what is there to be upset about? I mean, looking at this game currently, it's very much the same. You've got Groovy 18-9.
Yeah, it's the only problem arises if MVP kind of make it back into this game, and he's the reason why AGO aren't like getting equal scores. For now, when they're in the lead, it's not really that much of a problem, but it's a worrying sign. Hopefully, it'll become nothing more than that. Snatchy, we saw him with the P2K on overpass, make the difference. Smokes landing in. He's going for the tap to the smoke. There we go. Oh, that's so perfect. He waits for the flashbang. The second he gets flashed, he starts tapping away. He knows the headshot angle.
Gruber's knows now that Zeph's straight across as well. Gruby also hunting for that bomb planter. Not quite going to find that, but instead he's going to play in tandem with Snatchy just to hold on to this sort of churchway angle. No need for them to rush this one just yet. Wait for your teammates to rotate in position. We're seeing that here from PHR, and then you start to make this push happen towards the site. So you've got to be so careful of Zyme right now coming in with this huge flanking play. Finds one, good for a second. Okay, it's happened again. Furlan 180 taps about the server, and that actually is just a round one.
I want to see that Furlan 2K.
How many times in this game are MVP going to have a flank on someone, start shooting them, and then get 180'd? Well, that's what, the 4th time this series?
Yeah, I think so. It's also, you feel like that kill should be so safe.
It should be. Not even a horrendous range either. I mean, I know it took lock, but come on.
And this will ensure a almost full eco from MVP. MP7s, MP9s, UMPs on that CT side. An aggressive map control being taken towards Banana. 2 players down. And the Terror's just playing incredibly defensive, just staying back, not wanting to give everything away in the early start of the round. Maybe just talking a bit here, because they're playing so defensive, at least 2 or 3 of the players, that they could be discussing, okay, what exactly do we do?
It's a French tactical.
Yeah, Swedish eco. It has many names, many players. Many countries have done it. Is he trying to gather the army of chickens?
I feel like that's a good bet.
I'm pretty sure he just clicked E on 2 chickens.
Can we go back to the player?
I think it was Glow.
Can we go back to Glow?
Alright, let's see. Molotov. Perhaps some grilled chicken is in order.
Good trip to numbers.
There we go. 4 kills. Might get the ace as well. And he will. Snatch his on point. Ace, 35 HP to go. Chickens come waltzing in, but that doesn't matter. All the players are dead. And that's going to be a nice money bonus for Snatchy.
Have you had a chicken Anders yet? You've been blessed by the chicken?
The chicken Anders? I had chicken Kiev, man. Every day.
Every day.
Bro.
Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm not sure.
No, I know the meme.
I was like...
I just trying to like mess with you a little bit.
Mess with me. Good stuff. I have to get you to the UK at some point to...
Have you been visited by the good old cheeky Mr. Freiberg? Say thank you, Mr. Freiberg. No, I actually had Nando's once. It was real nice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, actually. I kind of expected it to be very fast foody, and it actually wasn't at all.
It's good chicken, dude.
Yeah. Definitely can recommend to people going to the UK. It's one of those things that you just have to do.
Yeah. I have to kind of indulge in the... What is this, like a holiday-making ad for Nando's right now?
Yeah, definitely that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, we do have the buy round coming in from MVP. And the bonus round coming in from Ago. Everyone apart from Snatchy stayed on their weaponry. Snatchy upgraded since he felt like with 4 MP9 frags, he could afford an AWP, and I kind of agree with him. I think that's fair enough. They're going to go for the mid push now.
Yeah, right. It's pretty much everybody's crosshairs.
All right, that's a quick round.
Yeah, nice and quick and easy.
So much money as well. PHR 6.9k. And once again, we see the odds swaying the way of Ago here, 1.13. If you believe they're going to win. I'm pretty sure that the people who believe in Ago to win probably bet it before this.
Honestly, I think that you've got a higher chance of getting something good out of a hell case than you have from MVP winning this game. Yeah.
Even though the odds are nice, I wouldn't go for it because it doesn't seem likely at this point.
Yeah.
Furlan's just gunning them down. CZ 75 will take his life eventually, but Glow went down to 28 HP after doing so. So 2.5 players for 1 is a nice trade. I'll take that. As Glow and Solo remain. This could be round number 13 in second map. while AGO are already up one map. So this is back against the wall right now. This next buy round for MVP, they have to get it down. They have to.
Pretty much the $5,000 buy.
Yeah, that's true.
Smart thinking as well. It's a little thing there from Glow, but just throwing that rifle out the map.
Yeah, the UMP don't want that to be switched into a M4 for free. So just throwing it away. Knows that there's no chance of him winning this round. He knows that the money's fine on the side of Ago, so they're probably going to hunt at least with 2 players. So no real chance of him saving either. So Glow just going for the logical choice there.
Unfortunately, just walk into the UMP. There's still $600 to be made, but I don't think money really is going to be something that AGO are worrying about too much when you take into account that they have 8,000 on one player, 3,000 here and there. Overall, very, very happy days.
What you can do is you can use the promo code SLTV to get $100 bonus deposit. And then you can bet on another game in this, because I feel like right now this is ended almost.
I've another game to bet on. What about betting on our grand finals?
Oh, that would be a nice one.
Yeah.
Who do you think are going to win that? Tyloo or our good boys from Spirit?
I kind of want Tyloo to win it, but at the same time, like, Spirit have stolen my heart. So.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. I feel like Tyloo is going to win it, though.
I want Tyloo to win it almost for Bentet and somebody, just because like they looked so happy yesterday. Sounds like such a ridiculous thing to say, but I have to show you the photos at some point. But honestly, the enjoyment and just the sheer happiness on their faces really said a lot about how much it meant to them to get this far through a tournament. And obviously, the reason why this tournament was so interesting was because it was a battleground for your top 30 teams, maybe from like rank 20 through to 30.
HSK just burned to death.
I'm just going to overlook that. I mean, Charred Terrorist is not something I thought I'd be served up today, but it is what it is.
All right. It's a 1-man advantage for the CT side. This was the round that MVP needed to win. I'm saying was because they already lost 1 player. And they're setting up for the execute now. To a side that has 3 CTs. They need to win this one. They need to get something done.
It's going to be an outright brawl, and the concern is that you say there are 3 CTs there ready and waiting. Thing is, though, it looks like a fake. If you look towards their bombers right now, they're using all this utility. But the bombs on towards
It's going to be the split, so they're going to shut down 2 of these players here.
They're not checking Cubby. Rookie mistakes. MVP getting crushed off the back of that. Now they have to try and walk out on towards B. Not sure a contact play is really the best play here. It's pretty transparent.
They're not going to check now. They're not going to check now.
What you're doing.
Oh, maybe
I'll give it a little shoulder peek, but that is about it. Zeph forcing the kill as he does find a second on PHR, so a welcome chance. So he then doubling back towards Banana, taking down Furlan. Zeph carrying this round on his back at this point.
He's the difference maker right now. He's the only reason that this is actually going to happen. Solo with the final kill. Zeph with that 3K made that round happen all on his own.
That's the thing, it comes back to your point in like, what, round 11 or something. Whereas like an individual player here, because of the level of play just from everybody in the server, can carry a round over still for MVP, but it's not consistent.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't expect Zeph to 3K every single round from now on. It would be nice if he could.
Yeah.
But it's not really realistic. This is going to be much better buy from AGO. Double up setup as well. Missing some utility here, but most importantly, almost all of them has a smoke on their back. Twao is the only one who doesn't, and therefore he's going for an aggressive peek with the orb. It's boosted, but don't really get anything out of it. Pushed back now by the molly. T-side not really perfect on molly either. Only one of them with a Molotov and full flashbang setup. Glow even has to go for a Galil in order to get smokes and everything.
Playing off the corner, Snatchy. Baited.
He usually doesn't go for those shots. He goes for the safe shots and hits them every single time.
Not too worried about it though. Nah. See a nice little nades done in anyway, so a bit of damage. Still forced on towards MVP, so a nice way to exchange. Oh, you're pushing a smoke? Okay. And it works. Yeah. That's even more of an okay moment.
So take the frag onto mid, rotates quickly back towards B. I like this decision making. The question is, Furlan and his teammate, are they going to be able to hold this one? Solo in the smoke, Furlan's playing close as well. This is where the UMP is really nice. Nice shot from Twao. Furlan, they had an idea he was there, but Twao keeps hitting shots.
Yeah, coming them back through Church now to try and see if he can hold the cross to the site itself. Holding from Coffins, of course. Finds one, then jumps back on towards the corner. Nicely done. From here, you just have to be smart. Play the 20 seconds down to a T. Go for the wall bang, but it doesn't really mean too much in the grand scheme of things. Just needs to stay alive and allow your team now to work in. Obviously, Snatchy clearing out poolside, then just sending Glow packing. Easy as anything. AGO will secure round 14.
That's the power of a double upset on an AGO side. 3 kills for Twao, 2 kills for Snatchy, and they get that one to go. 14 rounds on the board for them. 14-7, doubling the score of their opposition. And MVP PK, just as we thought, okay, yeah, they get the opening towards mid. They get stuff done towards banana. There was just a leg outside that smoke. And then he's the second one. Like, what can you do against that? You think you're safe in the smoke, you get shot. Secondary teammate, also shot through a smoke. And then Snatchy just comes in. Very hard to deal with. Force buy.
You just can't really do anything to that.
Yeah. Force buy for MVP PK. If they lose this one, pistols for the final one. Or potential final one. And this is, once again, what I was talking about earlier. Like, I hate when you see last round of a half or a potential last round of a game ending up as just like Deagles and maybe UMP with no utility.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just down to the awkward one round that MVP picked up when they had Zeph go for that triple kill. It was kind of a curse in disguise, really.
Taking apartments control as we usually do. See, not really doing much with it. Sign is going to see if he can find a free opening. I doubt Grubber will give it to him. Double position here towards banana. They're not going to react just yet. HSK.
Shot to be missed, but the repeat. Ooh, missing that as well, actually. It's unlike Toyo.
Yeah, now the rotation has to come in. They're actually rotating one player into CT and one player staying at long. 3 players making their way up towards banana. Lining up the smokes now.
Thankfully, there is some support there for AGO now, though. I'm really bringing a second player into the mix.
Should be CT and Coffins. While that's happening, Snatchy. Something's coming up towards mid, and he's just rotated away. Grubby all in his lonesome towards shot.
Flash.
Does so much damage.
What a flash. Absolutely blinding them as they then push on in. The pistol from Grubby, what he's opting for right now is Snatchy just going to drop them dead. 3 seconds remaining. Glow out of the action. Left with just an SMG, and that really epitomizes the situation there, I think, for MVP.
Oh, yeah. And as I was talking about, Glow even, he survives after the timer runs out. $50 on his account. 2K on at max with some of the players. It's going to be CZ utility, Mac 10 utility. And that has to be the last stand for MVP in this third place decider. They played brilliantly in the groups. Came straight off a great tournament at WSG. But here in the third place, yeah.
Toyo just wants this one done. Forcing the early double kill for them being eventually traded back, but even then the molly's now let rip. Just boxing them in, MVP. Being forced out of this best of 3. Going to be sent home with just $10,000 to their name. But not a bad win for them, you know, nonetheless. I think, you know, besting the likes of Vega, Boot, Flash, SC Absolute.
3v4, but big advantage for the CT side here. Not only on weaponry, but also in utility. Only one player on this B bomb side right now, but the second that the smokes rain in, you're going to see a rotation come in from PHR, who's in CT spawn right now.
There we go. Snatchy just pretty much locking this one in. Still standing. Eventually put in the grave, but it's solo in a 1 versus 3 situation. Bomby's going to go down at least. They need to go through the CT smoke and the AWP to be picked up. All eyes on you. What can you show for yourself?
All of them already on the bomb side. This is incredibly hard for Solo, as he is, well, solo on his own in this situation. 2 still remain.
So far, so good. A nice little flick up on towards the chest to PHR. The Caesar as well, got to finish things off. It's actually a 1v1, but Grubby's on the defuse.
Oh, Grubby's defusing already.
It's done. There you go. $10,000, of course. Commiserations Joe, meanwhile, though, definitely happy with that one, bagging themselves 3rd place. The StarLadder ImbaTV Chongqing Invitational. $15,000 as well.
Good for them, as we expected the big favorites to be in the final. Got pushed out by Tyloo, but still managed to take the 3rd place decider in rather convincing fashion as well. As AGO from Poland will be your 3rd place finish here in China.
Obviously, the big one now to be looking at is our grand final. Tyloo, the home crowd warriors, taking on they have a wonderful team spirit. Like you said, I mean, some interesting predictions floating around, but that is definitely going to be a hype game. We'll see $75,000 on the line. The lion's share over $150,000. Of course, that was what was on offer this weekend at the Chongqing Invitational.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go. And that's going to be the game that's going to be coming up next, of course, on this channel. So you do need to stay here. Of course, stay with us. We're gonna talk a little bit about this game, and then we're gonna throw it over to a break. But as we just saw, like Snatchy on Inferno, just on point. 2.70, 2.17, 26 kills.
Grubby as well has to be given a lot of respect, stepping up specifically in this second map. Obviously, Snatchy and Furlan were with the kind of the driving force no matter what, from both maps. But for Grubby, definitely woke up in map number 2 thinking, you know what, I want to have an impact here and make sure that we solidify our presence.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a keyword, right? Because yes, he got fewer frags than Snatchy, but the frags that he did get were in close challenges. They were impact frags. They were openings.
Yeah.
And they just count so much more. One thing I have to say as well.
It's, just looking at the entry kills and that sort of thing as well, definitely.
Solo was still the 3rd or 4th placed ranking player in the game. And that's very impressive compared to how bad his team was doing in general. 7 rounds and he still manages to get a 1.20.
Yeah, I mean, even in the end of the map Mon, Solo still had a 0.97 rating.
Yeah.
Nearly breaking even. Obviously, map 2, not quite sure what that rating would be just yet, but I imagine as well a fairly strong performance, obviously.
Yeah, and he had some good shots as well.
So.
Yeah, he had some good shots as well, like hitting the 1 bullets on the pistols as well. Solo in general, just showing that he can still be in this game, even though he's almost breaking 30 years old.
Yeah, even if his team isn't in the game, though. That's the unfortunate downside is that, it was just pretty much him chiming on. And we did see HSK as well, actually 15 to 17, so a little bit more of the same. But overall, I mean, it wasn't too pretty for MVP, was it?
Yeah, and that means we're now done with the 3rd place decider. Thank you to Ryan, of course, Flakes, for joining us. That was your last game here for the week.
Yeah, going to be heading home tomorrow. Obviously, you guys are going to be taking the grand finals. What a game that definitely is going to be.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to take a short break, and we will see you for the grand final.